Today we begin a new season here at Sunderland. Hello everyone, I'm Dan. Welcome to episode 28 of our FM21 Sleeping Giants series with Sunderland, where we are about to start season 4. After completing the Great Escape last season, we've had a very good transfer window in my opinion, but others don't see it that way because the season preview has us rock bottom. We're like 600 to 1 to win the Premier League, and above us is West Brom on 450 to 1. But I think we've improved the squad immensely. Let's see what you think and show you exactly what we've been doing in the transfer window. There is one transfer before the threshold for it actually counting as this new season, and that is a winger in Heleno, Brazilian winger, 23 years of age. He's a good inverted winger. He's there as a replacement really for Ojo. Ojo has dropped down the pecking order. He's now just a sub for us now, because I was very disappointed with him towards the end of, the second half of last season really. When the team picked up, he kind of disappeared. So he looked good when we was poor, and I haven't got time for players like that. He can come on and be a sub. He's still got room for development, but this guy looks the real deal for us. He's quick, great physical attributes, great attributes all over the park really. Technical attributes are great as well. Crossing's good, dribbling's good, and all of his attributes are on the incline, which is fantastic news for us. And he cost us £14 million from Bragantino, who are a Serie A side in Brazil. Next up then on the transfers in list is Elimane Frank Canute from Bruges, £14.75 million, and he is a box-to-box midfielder. He looks a good player. We wanted to bolster the midfield a little bit this year. I think I remember saying at this time last season, if that makes sense, the midfield worries me a little bit, and we've really bolstered it with the signing of Elimane Frank Canute. Again, attributes look fantastic. He likes to run with the ball, gets forward a lot, and I think he's going to be a very good player for us, a potential ability of a 4-star. Next up is Filip Benkovic of Leicester City. I do tend to sign him in saves, and he's coming on as free agent. We needed another defender, another quality defender. We've let a couple go of the old guard, which we'll run through in a minute, and for a free signing, he's valued at £21 million. He's 26 years of age. He's going to be a decent signing, I think. He's not going to get in ahead of House and Sam Hughes, but he's definitely a good backup. Also on the list there, you can see, bit old now, but I think he's worth the gamble, is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, free agent. He's valued at £4.8 million now. He's 34 years of age. He had an amazing pre-season for us. I mean, you can see it down here, non-competitive. Let's go actually to his career stats. At Arsenal, he still managed to score 8 goals last year. 28 games the season before that, he scored 8 goals as well. So he hasn't scored too many over the last few years, but a lot of them possibly were substitute appearances due to his age. But if we go back to him here, look at this, non-competitive in friendlies. He was terrific this in pre-season. 1 start, 2 appearances overall, 6 goals. He was phenomenal. He scored 5 in 1 game. He was absolutely ridiculous in our tour of Singapore for our pre-season camp. So we opted to sign him, and I don't think he's a bad signing. He can really mentor Liam Delap, and that can only benefit Man City obviously, but we keep loaning Liam Delap back, and I think he'll be a good signing, Aubameyang, but we'll see. We've got him for a year, and we'll see what happens. Next up though was Ryan Nyambe, £10.5 million from Blackburn Rovers. Know all about him obviously from the FM21 Sleeping Giants series last year with Blackburn Rovers, and Nyambe was an ever-present, and we know all about him. We signed him for £10 million, and physically fantastic. Good technicals as well. Crossing isn't where I'd want it to be, because I do like my fullbacks or wing backs, whatever I play, coming forward, overlapping, getting some good crosses in. But overall, he is a very good player, and he will probably still play second fiddle to Fuchs anyway. And also, this is another right back free agent, CJ Egan Riley. He has come in. I don't know actually where he came in from. He left Preston. He was on loan at Hull and Preston, so he was actually at Manchester City, and they let him go. He looks okay. Let's go back to his profile. He's got some good potential about him. He's got great physical attributes. He's got some good technicals in there. Mentally, he's very good. Determination 18, and that's what you want to look for in a young player. Make sure they've got a great determination attribute rating, and he should develop pretty well if you use him correctly. But he's good. We're going to have him in and around the first team squad, but he is going to be playing for the under-23s. We've got him available for them for 90 minutes, so he should develop there nicely, and maybe we can loan him out if we need to. But I think we've certainly got some cover at fullbacks now, because he is a good sign-in for us. I think we skipped past this man, Kamenovic from Lazio. Very good sign-in for us. What was he rated? £1.5 million from Lazio. Again, physically great is what I look for in a left-back and any full-back, really. Good physical attributes, quick to get up and down them wings. Crossing's better than the Ambe, but this guy is here to give us a little bit of cover from if Del Croix is out. Del Croix is fantastic. He's not getting anywhere near Del Croix at the minute, but at least it's someone there to push him on to be better, and he doesn't get complacent knowing that left-back role is solely his. And of course, as I mentioned, we did bring in Liam Delap, and I don't know why it's not showing here. Very bizarre, but yeah, we brought him in as well, but it's not showing on here. So he's back at the club again for, I think it's his third season straight on loan from Man City. We'll absolutely take it because he's been terrific for us. Now then, there's a lot of outbound transfers. So after spending £27 million in the transfer market, £11 million we've managed to claw back. And a lot of players have gone. Lots of players have gone out on loan. Alman Simeo, who obviously we signed him. I think we signed him last year. Was it from Chelsea? Let's have a look. It was from Chelsea, indeed. In fact, we've had him for a few seasons now, and it wasn't even, what am I on about? It wasn't even a free transfer. £1 million signing, and we've used him 6 times in 3 seasons. He hasn't really developed for us. He's gone out on loan to Barnet, along with Patrick Almond. Winchester, Hill, Irons, Ayuk have all left on a free. Lyndon Gooch, of course, he's been here from the start, and he's still on the thumbnail. £1.8 million sold to Hearts. Ryan Gooch is left on loan to Barnet, another good prospect. Josh Scowen, who was here from the start, he's gone to Rotherham. George Dobson, who was here from the start, we got rid of him and then we got him back. He's gone to Sheffield United for a fee that could rise to £7 million. He's dropped down to the Championship, which is probably his level in all fairness. He did do well for us last year, but if we want to progress, we need to move on from some of these players. Jordan Hurley has gone out on loan as well. Max Powers left the club, of course, here from the beginning as well. Max Finn looks very good for us. He's a good young left winger. Looked very good for us in pre-season. Scored a couple of fantastic goals, and he really fed Aubameyang on the day that Aubameyang snapped up 5 goals. He's gone to Swindon to develop there. I think they're in League 1 or League 2. They're in League 2, so that's good for him. Ethan Fraser on loan as well, so these are all youngsters. Luke O'Nien has gone to MK Dons. He's of course left us now, and he's been an ever-present for us also, along with Jordan Willis, who has left for Ipswich Town for a £1.9 million fee, so it's a good little bit of money for him as well. Anthony Patterson wasn't happy about sitting around on the bench anymore. His opportunity came to move to Hibs, and he's gone there for £300,000 potentially. He wants to be a number 1. You can't say fairer than that, so we did let him go. And Noah Hodgson has gone to Luton on loan as well. So we've got a lot of youngsters. There's a lot of changes. A lot of youngsters have gone out to get some football elsewhere. We've got rid of some deadwood for sure, and hopefully that'll move us on and nicely up the Premier League rankings this season. And this is how it has left the squad depth, and I do have this set as minimum ability of 3 ratings. That gives me an idea of the strength in depth, not all the way down the pecking order, just for good players in depth. So if there's injuries, we know from this screen who is going to fill in and do a good job. We'll start from the top then. Strikers. Liam Delap is still the best at the club, and it was vital we brought someone else in, and I think Aubameyang is key. I think he's going to be a good signing for us this season. I certainly do hope so. Green at left wing, we know all about that. He's had a tremendous pre-season. He's been absolutely ripping it up, and he was fantastic towards the end of last season as well. Hack, of course, can go out on the left, so Aubameyang can fill out on the wings. To Louis Sibley as the central attacking midfielder. However, I think he's not even on there. We've been playing Hack there. I think it works a little bit better, but we've got the depth now to just jiggle it about as and when we need to. Helenio, who's in as well, he's out on the wing. He's better. Look, not even appearing there is Ojo. He's not even on this 3-star list, which is crazy. Of course, this is all the opinion of Jamie McAllister, our assistant. Central midfield, we're looking very good now. It's exactly the area I wanted. Basically, the main areas I did want to If you gave me two areas of the pitch that I do want to improve on, it would be central midfielders and fullbacks, and that's exactly what we've done in this window. So Sibley's in there. He's going to be probably the deep line playmaker. Canute's probably going to be the box-to-box midfielder, but of course we've got Fulgini as well, who can play in there. In fact, we have got someone else coming in. If we don't hide transfers coming in, this guy hasn't appeared yet. Jean Zuniga, he comes in January, so we'll quickly show you him. Another fantastic midfielder, deep line playmaker. Look at some of them attributes for an 18-year-old. He's going to be superb. I think he's already operating at a Premier League level at 18. So he's going to be top quality for us. Whenever I go back, it always goes back to the wrong screen. But he's going to be very good. He joins us in January. So he's another midfield maestro that's going to come in and hopefully do the business for us. Back to the squad depth, though. Wing back, or full backs rather, which I play with now. Del Croix, as we all know, fantastic. Kamanovic, is it Kamanovic? I'm still trying to get used to their names. Yes, Kamanovic as well, from Lazio, of course. And then we've now got four very good centre-backs. Del Croix is one of them, apparently. But Hughes, House and Benkovic are there. So that should be enough cover for us, because we can also, if there's a couple of injuries there, Del Croix can come across and Kamanovic can play at left back, and at right back now, as you know, and Nyambe and Fuchs. So pre-season looks like this then. So we played, well, today, first of all, you got a game against Southampton away today, away from home at St Mary's. But look at the pre-season. I mean, we've played poor sides. We've been in Singapore, so you're going to expect to knock goals past them. It's been terrific. 3-0, 12-0, 4-0, 6-0, 7-0, 5-0. And then we played a La Liga side in Iber and won 4-0. Crazy stuff. And we played very, very well indeed in that game, and we even switched up to a 4-3-3 in that one and looked very good in that as well. But the first 5 fixtures are looking like this. They're tough. The first 2 we need to get points from. We definitely need a win from the first 2, which is Southampton away today. We do have Aston Villa at home shortly after that. Manchester City away, Liverpool at home, and then Tottenham away. So it's a very tricky opening 5 games really. There's 3 tricky ones in there, and then it does get a little bit nicer for us. We will have West Brom, Brighton, Brentford, Norwich, Burnley. You feel like if we want to progress this year and get away from the bottom 3 as fast as possible, you need to pick up wins here, especially at home. And then we've got Chelsea, Manchester United. So it's a, you know, you play the big teams, you play the smaller teams. It happens, but when we do play the smaller teams, we have to really take advantage of that, especially in these pockets of games where we're not playing the big 6. So we do need a win out of Southampton and Villa for absolute definite, to make sure we don't get sucked in, because we don't want to lose both of them or get a point there and then go and lose the next 3 against Man City, Liverpool and Tottenham, because that could be a disastrous start for us, and it might be difficult for us to pick ourselves up again like we did last year. As I mentioned, people don't fancy us this year, even with them signings. Let me know what you think of them signings, because I think we've really strengthened the squad quite a bit. But look at that, we're rock bottom according to the pundits. 600 to 1 to win the Premier League. We was actually 500 to 1 and 19th before I started all these transfers. I think we've really improved the squad. Time will tell. We'll soon see, won't we, in today's game and over the next 5 or 6 games. First couple of episodes will gauge whether it's been a poor transfer window or it's been a good transfer window. But 600 to 1, West Brom 450 to 1, Palace 400 to 1, Brentford 350 to 1. Surely we've got better sides than Brentford and Palace and West Brom. Surely we've been up here a year longer than them. Come on, I think that's really harsh, but let's prove the doubters wrong once again. That being said, let's get straight into today's game away at Southampton, and this is the side that we do begin with. In fact, I'm going to make a quick tweak there. There we go. That's a little bit better. It is Butland in goal, Del Croix at left back, Fuchs at right back, House and Hughes in the 2 centre backs. So no change there for you guys. You will get your first look at Canute. Sibley's at deep line playmaker, Greenhack, Heleno as well, and Delap is up top on the bench. It's full of new boys, and Nyambe's in there, Benkovic, Kamanovic, no idea. I'll probably pronounce it differently every time. Fulgini's there, he's dropped out. Ojo's dropped out as well. Bamiyang is on the bench too. That means Nia Wennis does drop out of the matchday squad altogether, but we do have a good bit of depth at the club now. Right, opposition instructions have been set. Yes, they have. Let's get straight into today's game. And you'll know I've changed my camera angle again. I've made it back to the TV camera angle. I do like to chop and change, don't I? I think at the beginning of last season I made it sideline once again. So we're going to say to the boys, come on lads, show me what you can do. Tell them we have faith in them, and hopefully they will go out and dispatched nicely of Southampton. Let's see if the transfers have worked nicely. They've been gelling together really well in pre-season. I've hyped them up now. We have to go and beat Southampton, otherwise I look stupid. Right, 10 minutes gone. Nothing for you, but here we go. Southampton do have a throw in. Here's Peglow. It's really weird because in my other save I've just joined Southampton. Alright, Delap here on the ball. Plays through Andre Green. Andre Green looking to get in behind and get through on goal. And that's a good challenge, but Green still has the ball and he slots it home nicely. It's a lovely goal from Andre Green and he picks up where he finished off last season. Perfect counter-attack. Delap finding Green, who's running through nicely. And it is 1-0 to Sunderland. Look at that. Very high. I don't know what their fullback was doing there, but Green got in behind. That is a kind of unlucky from Salisu. But Green with a lovely finish. He made the challenge on Green. Didn't want to bring down for the penalty. But he should have completely took him out with the ball. But it's great news for us because we're 1-0 up. Southampton, though, have a throw-in with Edouard. Peglow back to Edouard. Walker-Peters on the ball now. Plays it to Click. Back to Walker-Peters. We know he can deliver a ball. Close him down, boys. Click on the ball now. Plays it back to Edouard. Walker-Peters. De La Cruz. And it's in. It's an equaliser instantly after we have scored, which was a theme of last year. And De La Cruz makes it Southampton 1. Sunderland 1 here at St Mary's. And I mean, it's disappointing to know that we do concede right after scoring once again. It's good football from Southampton, but De La Cruz's header is all on his own, isn't he? Butland absolutely no chance. And it's 1-1 here at St Mary's. Right, come on, boys. We need to be a bit better than this. Click back to De Paula now. Into Danny Ings, who's still at Southampton. De La Cruz. How has no one picked up Danny Ings? Must be his injury record, surely. De Paula. I don't remember playing against Danny Ings last year, so maybe he has been injured. Edouard in behind, though. Pulls it back to De La Cruz, who gets his second goal of the game. And, well, from 1-0 up a moment or two ago, now it's like in the 18th minute and we're 2-1 down. I mean... let's be honest, our defence, apart from the last game in the last friendly, we haven't really been tested defensively, and that's a poor goal to concede. De La Cruz again, finding lots of space. I feel like we need to get tight to him, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. Where is he? De La Cruz, get tight to him because he is causing havoc there, and hopefully Fuchs can get on him and do a number. Hughes has had a poor game so far. De La Cruz as well. Press him as well. Stop him from doing anything because he's been ridiculous today. Now Walker-Peters on the ball now for Southampton. He's looked dangerous down that right-hand side. The delivery over here from Click and Walker-Peters has been great. Good tackle from Housing to Edouard, and it's off the post from Danny Ings. Great effort from Danny Ings. Unfortunate for him, it hit the post, but fortunately for us, it went out of play. De La Cruz in. Bednarak's there, and it's 3-1 to Southampton. And after bigging this side up, the transfers up and whatnot, and the pre-season we've had, the plan is not going to plan. Bednarak all on his own. It's a very what's going on defensively. We're not looking good defensively at all. Going to demand more from the boys because it's been poor. It's a poor first half. I felt good about it when we broke away and scored. De La Cruz with the throw. Peglow. Now, of course, Southampton were down there with us struggling last year. Right, Canute on the ball. Can we actually go and hit them on the counter again? Delap is in behind. Delap, can he score? We need to score. Delap, he does. Lovely goal from Delap. It was a great ball from Canute. All of a sudden, we're playing a bit direct, aren't we? And that's not intentional. I've not done anything to do that. We're just hitting them on the break. They're not leaving many players back. And they haven't got very far centre-backs or defence in really, is it? All over the place, all across the defence. They're pretty slow because that's the second time we've got in behind and the second time we've scored. At least we're a bit more clinical today. But what a first half that is. Southampton 3, Sunderland 2. We're going to say to the boys, I expect to see a much better showing because I think overall it has been pretty poor. Hack's useless. Heleno has been fantastic in pre-season. He's pretty useless today. As soon as I say Hack's useless, he's got injured. What's happened to him? Potential foot injury. He's going to come off. This could be a bit of a issue here. We might put Heleno into attacking midfield. Hack off. Ojo on. Think that'll work. We'll do that. Ojo gets his chance now to prove me wrong after saying to everyone, he's been pretty poor. Hopefully he can prove me wrong. Wolves are 3-0 up against Chelsea, which is nuts. 66 minutes gone. Still Southampton 3, Sunderland 2. We haven't really done much this second half. 72nd minute. I might look at bringing on Aubameyang and probably going to... Yeah, Heleno's having a nightmare. Aubameyang on. He's going to go up top with Delap as a deep line forward. Maybe a supporting deep line playmaker from Sibley. and we'll get Fuchs attacking. In fact, we'll take Fuchs off and probably put Nyambe on. Get him getting up and down the wings there, a bit of fresh legs as well. So I think we've used all 3 subs now, haven't we? Yeah, Nyambe, Ojo and Aubameyang on. Come on, boys. Let's get ourselves back into the game. We are going to encourage them once again. 8 minutes to go. Southampton 3, Sunderland 2 after a fantastic first half. No goals in the second one. I'd love one more goal, and that to be the equaliser. Hughes pings it long, looking for Green. It's intercepted there by Walker-Peters. Edouard on the ball. Back to Walker-Peters now. Southampton are very clinical today, aren't they? Coming forward, they're looking very dangerous, and that's a penalty. Is it not a penalty? Thought it was a penalty, but we'll take that. Delap into Aubameyang. Aubameyang on his full debut. Can he score? Aubameyang strikes and he's ballooned it wide and straight into the Sunderland fans behind the goal. And that was a fantastic opportunity. What a way to introduce yourself to your new fans by scoring a goal there, but he didn't. And I think that's going to be that. And it's a bad... Yeah, it is a bad day at the office, isn't it? They didn't have a lot of chances, Southampton, but they did look dangerous every time they come forward. We looked clinical on the break. But some players just didn't turn up. In the end, the back 4 had a good day. Butland didn't have a good day. Sibley and Canute, alright. Canute did really well today, 7.3, along with Delap. Ojo did alright. I think it was the story of the boys we took off. Fuchs, Hack and Heleno had a bit of a nightmare today, and we need to put that right in the next games. We're going to say we can't fault any of your performances. Just one of those days. I think we probably can, but there's a few new boys in there. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt today and just go and beat Aston Villa in the first home game of the season, which will be up next. But you will come back for... I'm not going to jump too far ahead. I'm probably going to bring you back for... I think I'll bring you back for Liverpool. I won't jump too far ahead because just before that the transfer window shuts and we've still got about 10 million, I think. We've got 4 million to spend. But if we still might do some dealings. I'm on the lookout for another goalkeeper as a backup to Jack Butland, or even someone to replace him potentially. But there might be some transfer activity before the Liverpool game, so we'll bring you back for Liverpool so you don't miss out on any of that. So guys, if you did enjoy that, please leave a like on there for me. It's not the start to the season we wanted after me bigging up the new signings and saying all the pundits were wrong, all the bookies were wrong by saying we're 600 to 1 to win the league, and we're like 150 to 1 worse off than West Brom, who are 19th in that list. But turns out I was wrong, because we was quite poor today at Southampton, wasn't we? Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but yeah, let me know what you think of all the transfers we made. Do you think the squad is strong enough to avoid a relegation battle and probably finish mid-table? That would be my aim this season. And yeah, we'll see you on Monday for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Reesy FC. Bye bye.